Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Opinions on Stories. So, Offset is now asking Cardi B for spousal support. And whether you're all about marriage or just dreaming of it, this story might make you see things differently. If you think saying "I do" guarantees lifelong stability, think again. Let's talk about why this headline might make you pause before ever walking down the aisle. Let's get into it. Offset recently filed an amended response to Cardi B's divorce petition, and in it, he's requesting spousal support from her. A specific amount hasn't been made public yet.
Speaking of rappers, Cardi B and Offset. So TMZ exclusively broke a story that Offset is asking for spousal support in his divorce from Cardi B. So they say that the rapper filed an amended divorce response earlier this month, and he is now asking that Cardi B pay him spousal support. He does not request a specific amount in the documents. The rest of the requests look relatively unchanged. Offset is still asking for joint custody of the children, and he wants Cardi's place to serve as a primary residence for the kids. Now, when these reports came out, I like to reach out and figure out what is going on. I reached out to both sides. We heard back from Offset's team. Offset team says that he does not need the money, that this was filed because he alleges that Cardi B was trying to come at him on things that were not fair. He alleges that she wants to decide when he can see the kids. He also alleges that Cardi B is asking for everything, like the properties and the cars. So his attorneys did this. And he also alleges, and this is a big allegation, he also alleges that he did this because Cardi B is barely ever with their kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cardi didn't hold back with her reaction. She went as far as saying she wants Offset to die slowly, and while he dies, he has to think of her. She continued saying, "I didn't ask for no child support because I want to be done with this marriage. I feel like I'm tied up." She also clarified that Kiari, Offset's real name, is allowed to see their kids. "There is not one day that he's not allowed to see my kids. He stood up my kids 3 times. He has seen Blossom only like 5 times. And I've been trying to save your face, but for you, stop playing, saying that I don't be seeing my kids." She went on, "My house is always open for you to see my kids, and you still haven't seen them. You asking for spousal support for it because I'm trying to take the kids from you? The kids is always open to see you. It's not my fault you don't want to fly to New York. You talk to the kids almost every single day. You call the kids almost every single day. I allow you to talk to the kids every single day. If I allow you to talk to the kids, why would I not allow you to see the kids?" Then, Cardi started detailing the financial burden she says she's shouldering alone. She claims she pays $45,000 a year for their daughter Culture's private school and $35,000 for their son Waves. She also says she pays $250 an hour for tutoring 4 times a week and $300 an hour for Culture's piano lessons, which happen 3 times a week. As for Wave's boxing classes, she didn't list an amount, but said she covers that too. According to her, she pays her cousin $3,000 a week to babysit Culture and Wave, while their youngest, Blossom, has her own nanny, paid $500 per shift. And it doesn't stop there. Cardi ended the list by pointing out that these numbers don't even include food. She says she pays a personal chef to cook for the kids and covers 24-hour security because they've been receiving threats. Let me just start by saying, the fact that she needs round-the-clock security for her kids due to threats is absolutely heartbreaking. That's just sad and horrifying. Seriously, what kind of disgusting person threatens children? Most likely, it's people who just don't like Cardi. But if you've got a problem with her, leave the kids out of it. That's just vile and wrong. Now, on to my full thoughts about all of this. If Cardi really is the one paying everything for their children, while Offset contributes nothing, then honestly, he shouldn't be entitled to spousal support. Period. What's wild is that there were reports going around online claiming Offset wasn't seeing or taking care of his kids, and Cardi snapped on people over that. But now she's turning around and confirming those reports were true. From now on, when I see celebrities going off about what people are saying about them, I'm going to assume there's some truth to what's being said. Too many times, we've seen celebrities passionately deny something, only to come back later and confirm it was true all along. They lie constantly and will argue people down about it, acting like everyone's just making things up. I get that maybe Cardi didn't want Offset to be seen as a deadbeat dad. But if he really is, then don't attack people for calling it like they see it. Sometimes the best thing to do is say nothing, even if it hurts, because if the truth is on your side, it'll come out. And if Offset doesn't want to be called a deadbeat, he should step up and be a present father. It's as simple as that. Now, if Offset really isn't a deadbeat and Cardi is just switching up because he's asking for spousal support and knows he might legally be entitled to it, that's a whole other issue. Because in that case, she's lying, and that's not okay either. If she's defaming him, not only should he get the support, but he could potentially sue for defamation. I also want to say this. Even if Cardi is genuinely frustrated with Offset and feels like he's failed her as a husband and father, her comments like, he should get hit by a truck or die slowly, are disturbing. No parent should ever talk like that about their child's other parent, especially not publicly. That kind of energy creates an extremely toxic environment for kids, who often grow up feeling resentment, confusion, or even blame themselves. No child deserves that. Another thing that rubbed me the wrong way, Cardi listing all the exact amount she spends on the kids. I get wanting people to know you're doing it all on your own, but giving exact numbers like that makes it feel more like bragging than venting. If she wanted to say she covers everything financially, that's fine, but the public doesn't need a full financial breakdown. That comes across as a bit self-centered, like she's trying to flex her wealth more than anything else. People who don't know her personally shouldn't even have access to those details. And this whole situation, this is exactly why I've said in several videos on this channel that marriage is not for everyone. I see so many people online, men and women, talking about marriage like it's the ultimate goal. But they don't think about what happens if it doesn't work out. Things like spousal support become real, stressful issues. Some women love pointing out the financial benefits they get from divorce, but they don't consider that in some cases, they might be the ones paying alimony. Look at Mary J. Blige's situation, for example. Even when it's the man who caused the downfall of the marriage, the woman can still end up financially responsible. Now, I'm not saying people should never get married. I'm just saying, be careful. Don't treat marriage like it's a status symbol. Don't do it just to say you have a ring or because society tells you to. There are so many stories of people who got married for the wrong reasons and ended up either stuck in miserable relationships or forced to pay massive amounts of money once things fell apart. And most importantly, be honest with yourself. If you have serious issues like cheating, being violent, irresponsible, dishonest, addicted to drugs or alcohol, or having a consistently bad attitude, marriage isn't for you. It's not going to fix those problems. It's only going to make things worse. Offset never should have gotten married in the first place, and Cardi shouldn't have either. Now look, both of them are online talking about spousal support and emotional damage. Like I always say here, marriage is not for everyone. Society needs to stop pressuring people into it. A lot of people simply aren't built for that level of commitment. Honestly, I feel the same way about parenting, but that's a whole different conversation for a different video. So I'll stop there. Anyway, that's it for this video. I really want to hear your thoughts, so drop your opinions or reactions in the comments below. I'll also leave a link to the full story in the description if you want to check it out for yourself. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell so you'll get notified every time I upload. Thanks so much for watching.